Okay, student, welcome to the second class. Okay, in the last class, we discussed about the basic concept of object-oriented programming, and from there, the class and object. Class, object, and the class are the most important concept of any type of object-oriented programming language. So, as we discussed that, object is an entity having some identical characteristics and behavior. Tamane object hoise enuka ta entity jar kisuman nirdisto characteristic thake aru kisuman behavior thake. And the next, the class. Class is a way to bind the data describing an entity. Instead of entity, we can write object. Object. A class is a way to bind the data describing an object and its associate function together. That means when we group some data describing an entity and its associate member function together, then it will form a class. For example, if I use, suppose I am going to declare one class, suppose student, class student, std, that means student, begin, private, int, roll number, character, name. Then inside the public level, I declare two functions, void read, void write. End of the class definition. Okay. Now, student, please look at this definition. Class. As I told you, that class is declared with a keyword, that is class. After the class tag, you give the name of the class. And always remember that class name should be meaningful. That means it should reflect the content of the class. Okay. Here, in this example, I use std, that stands for student. Then class student begin. After that, inside the private level, I declare two data member of the student class, that is, one is roll number and another is name. And in the public level, I declare two function, that is read and write. Okay, these are the function and which are declared in separate level of the class body. Inside the class body, that is inside the private, I declare roll number as that using data type integer and character name. And inside the public level, I declare void read, this is a function, and void write, this is a function. Okay, you looked here. So read and write, these are not built-in function. Built-in function? What are the built-in functions? Built-in functions are those functions whose meanings are already explained to the compiler. But remember, student, in a object-oriented program, whenever we are going to create a class, inside the body of the class, we are going to create user-defined function. Okay? So that user-defined function means the meaning of these functions are not described to the compiler. That means the compiler is unknown to this function read and write. So for that, you have to define, after the declaration of the member function, you have to give the definition of the function also. Okay. Now look at here. So this is the body of the class. Inside the body of the class student, I declare some private data member and some member function. Okay, now look at here. This function can only access the private member of the class. The read and write, these two functions are declared inside the body of the class student, and only these two functions can access the private data member of the class, that is roll number and name. No outsider function can access this data member directly. Okay, so that one of the important goal of the C++ program is to information hiding. That means hide the essential information from the unauthorized user. To accomplish this type of task, class include all the data member and member function inside the body, and inside the body you declare the member function, and this member function only can access this data member. Okay, so here I declare this function. I think all of you clear up to this point. Now here I am going to write a small program that will help you to understand how to declare class and object inside the body of a program. Okay, so each and every program start with a header file. We know that C++ program start with a header file. And what is the name of the header file that we used? That, yes, that is has include iOS trim.h. Okay, so this is the first header file we use in the beginning of the program, that is has include iOS trim.h. Okay, after that, here I am not going to start the main function. Okay, first I am going to declare one class. Okay, so here I declare one class, that is class student, student, class student, begin, private, integer, roll number, character, name. So look, here I declare one array inside the body of the class. Yes, you can declare array inside the body of the class. Now inside the public level, I declare two functions, that is void read okay. So student, please look at here. So read, as I told you, this is a function and this is a user defined function. That means who is the user? The programmer. The programmer write this function to performing some type of specific task. Okay, as because this is a user defined function, the definition must be given to the compiler. If you do not give any type of definition of the user defined function, then there will be an error at the time of compilation, that is function should have a prototype. Okay, so that to overcome that problem, as because this is a user defined function, whenever you declare the function inside the body of the class, what to do? You have to define or give the definition of the class. Okay, so মই কি কব বিচাৰিছো, যেতিয়া আমি এটা কম্পিউটাৰ প্ৰগ্ৰাম লিখিবলৈ যাওঁ তেতিয়া হলে আমি কি কৰিব লাগিব, কম্পিউটাৰ আমি সকলোৱে জানো যে কম্পিউটাৰ প্ৰগ্ৰাম সদায় আৰম্ভ হয় has include iostream.h হেডাৰ ফাইল ইউজ কৰি তাৰ পিছত আমি কি কৰিম এই হেডাৰ ফাইলটোৰ পিছতে আমি কি কৰিব পাৰিম ক্লাছ ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিব পাৰিম ঠিক আছে মই তোমালোকক আগৰটো ক্লাছত যেহেতু কৈছো এটা ক্লাছ কেনেকৈ ক্ৰিয়েট কৰা হয় আৰু সেই ক্লাছটো ক্ৰিয়েট কৰিব কাৰণে আমি প্ৰথমে ক্লাছ কিৱৰ্ডটো ইউজ কৰিলো তাৰ পিছত কি কৰিব লাগিব মই ক্লাছৰ নামটো দিব লাগিব আৰু মই কৈছো যে ক্লাছৰ নামটো সদায় এটা মিনিংফুল নাম হ'ব লাগিব কিয়নো সেই নামটো দেখিয়ে মই গম পাব লাগিব যে ক্লাছৰ বডিত কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ডাটা মেম্বাৰ আৰু কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ফাংচন থাকিব পাৰে সেইটো মই আগতীয়াকৈ আইডেন্টিফাই কৰিব পাৰিব লাগিব ঠিক আছে তেনেকৈ ধৰণে দিস ইজ দ্য বিগিন এণ্ড ইনসাইড দ্য আমি জানো যে এটা ইনসাইড দ্য বডি অফ দ্য ক্লাছ দেয়াৰ আৰ 3 লেভেলছ দ্যাট ইজ প্ৰাইভেট পাব্লিক এণ্ড প্ৰটেক্টেড কিন্তু এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কোনো ৰুলছ নাই যে তুমি হে গোটেইটা লেভেলে ইয়াত ইউজ কৰিব লাগিব মোৰ যদি প্ৰটেক্টেড ডাটা মেম্বাৰ নাই তেনে মই ইউজ নকৰাকৈ থাকিব পাৰো ঠিক আছে যদি মোৰ পাব্লিক ডাটা মেম্বাৰ নাই তেনে মই ইউজ নকৰিব পাৰো ঠিক আছে so more according to my requirement what to do you declare the data member and member function in separate level it may be private it may be protected or it may be public but in this program I am just using two types of level that is private and public okay so in the private level of return মই কি কৰিছো integer roll number বুলি এটা declare কৰিছো আৰু name এই roll number আৰু নেম টু কাৰ এ ষ্টুডেন্ট জনৰ ঠিক আছে ক্লাস আতাৰ পিছতে পাব্লিকৰ ভিতৰত মই এটা কি কৰিছো ৰিড নামৰ ইউজাৰ ডিফাইন্ড ফাংচন ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰিছো ঠিক আছে আৰু সকলোৱে জানা যে ইউজাৰ ডিফাইন্ড ফাংচন যেতিয়া ইউজ কৰা হয় তাক ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰাৰ লগতে কি কৰিব লাগিব তাৰ ডেফিনিশনটো মই দিব লাগিব যদি মই ডেফিনিশনটো নিদু তেনে হলে কম্পিউটাৰটোৱে কি কৰিব নোৱাৰে কম্পিউটাৰে কি কৰিব নোৱাৰিব সেই ফাংচনটো প্ৰসেস কৰিব নোৱাৰিব ঠিক আছে তো এতিয়া চাবা function declaration and function definition so inside the body of the class we know that we have some data member and member function so when there are two methods for defining the member function of the class so two method for defining member function of the class দুটা মেথড আছে মেম্বাৰ ফাংচন এটা ক্লাছৰ মেম্বাৰ ফাংচনক ডিফাইন কৰা ঠিক আছে তো প্ৰথম মেথডটো হৈছে ফাংচন definition inside the body of the class and the second method is function definition outside the body of the class ঠিক আছে so we have two methods for defining the user defined function of the class that is function definition inside the body of the class and the second method is function definition outside the body of the class so first of all I am going to discuss the first method that is function definition inside the body of the class okay so inside the body of the class means so whenever you declare the function member function of the class immediately you give the definition means what type of function what type of tasks going to be performed by this particular function তামানে ফাংশন ডেফিনিশন মানে আমি কি বুজিছো এটা ফাংশন যেটা মই এটা ক্লাছৰ বডিৰ ভিতৰত ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰিম হে ফাংশনটোৱে কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কাম কৰিব actually we need some function to enter the data of the program or some functions are used for displaying the result of the program okay And in the actually we know that there are two types of function. We already use this function, that is cin. Cin is a built-in function, and cout. This is also a built-in function. That means cin and cout, the meaning of these functions are already explained to the compiler. So whenever we use this function, no need to give the definition of this function. Tamne moi ki koisu jetia ami cin ba cout এই দুটা ফাংশন আমি সকলোৱে চিনি পাওঁ আমি যোৱা বছৰ ফাৰ্স্ট ইয়াৰ আমি এটা ফাংশন ইউজ কৰি প্ৰগ্ৰাম লিখি আইছো নহয় জানো তেনে হলে যেতিয়া আমি এই দুটা ফাংশন লিখো cin and cout ফাংশন এই দুটা হৈছে বিল্ট ইন ফাংশন তা মানে হৈছে কি এই ফাংশন দুটাৰ মিনিং টু already compiler explain koi thua ase and whenever you use this type of function computer check the meaning that is stored inside the compiler hone jetia tumi function duta use kora teta computer be ki kore compiler to be jehetu yar definition to dia ase tar meaning to goi tar pa sai hoy aru it act accordingly ji dhorone likha ase aru sei dhorone ki kam he particular task to perform kore thik ase kintu here we cannot use these two function directly inside the body of the class আমি কি কৰিব নোৱাৰো আমাৰ ওচৰত যদিও কিছুমান built in function আছে যি কিছুমান like the cin this function is used to input the data in and the cout function that is used to displaying the result of the program but we cannot use these two functions directly inside the body of the class. Okay, so for that reason why আমি কিয় ইউজ কৰিব নোৱাৰো হেটো এটা কোৱেশ্চন আহে দেই কিয় ইউজ কৰিব নোৱাৰো অলপ দেৰি আগতে মই কৈছো যে এটা ক্লাছৰ ভিতৰত আমি ডাটা মেম্বাৰ আৰু মেম্বাৰ ফাংচন ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰো নহয় জানো সো এই যে ডাটা মেম্বাৰ খিনি আছে দিস ডাটা মেম্বাৰ can only be accessed by the declare member function of the class এটা ক্লাছৰ ভিতৰত যিখিনি মেম্বাৰ ফাংচন মই ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰিছো সেই মেম্বাৰ ফাংচন খিনিৰ হে অথৰিটি আছে হে ক্লাছটোৰ ডাটা মেম্বাৰ খিনি এক্সেস কৰিবলৈ ঠিক আছে হে কাৰণে কি হৈছে cin and cout though these two are built in function but these two functions are not the member function of this class so that we cannot use these two functions directly. Okay, so here read here I declare one read function and immediately this is I declare the read function here immediately after the declaration I give the definition inside the body of the class. That is the first method. How to give the definition of the function member function, that is first method is inside the body of the class. Okay, so this is the body of the class and after and this is the function immediately after the declaration I define it. So I write cout. Yes, inside the body of the user defined function you can use the cout function but you cannot use directly here. Okay, so cout enter roll number cin roll number. Okay, so here I declare one user defined function that is read and what is the purpose of read function to enter the data member, that is so that I use the cout function here and using the cout function I ask the user to enter the roll number. After receiving this message the user will press some number from the keyboard and that number that roll number captured by the cin function and stored inside the computer memory. And after that I have one more data member that is name. So one more time I write cout enter name cin name. Okay, close of the function body. Okay, so this is the what is the task of the read function? To enter the roll number and the name of the class student. This is the private member of the class. Okay. After that, I am declaring one more function. Okay. Function that is void write. So write is another function, and what is the purpose of write function? To display the result, that is the roll number. After processing, it will display the roll number and name of the student. So see, here I use cout function, and the cout function display the roll number and also one more the name of the class member function of the class student. So look at here, student. Here I am declare two functions. One is read. After the declaration of the read function, I give the definition, and one more time I declare another function that is write. And after the declaration, immediately I define the member function write. Okay, so this is the first method for defining the member function of the class. Okay, now here I close the body of the class using the curly bracket along with a semicolon. So please student, look at this program code carefully. So program start with has include iostream.h. After that, I declare one class. The name is student using the keyword class. And begin. This is the starting of beginning part of the class body. And here I declare the first level, that is private. One thing all of you remember, that by default all the data member of the class are private. Okay, so if I do not use the word private here, the compiler will treat this data member of the class student as private, because by default all the data member of the class are private. Okay, so after that, in the public level, I declare one member function, then read, and immediately after the declaration, I give the definition. So what is the purpose of using the read function? To enter the roll number and character of the class student, so that inside the body of the class I am using the cout function to ask the enter the roll number, and again I use the cin function to receive the roll number, and after that again I give the message using the cout function, that is enter the name, and again I use the cin function to receive the name from the keyword. Okay, again inside the body of the class I declare one more function, that is write. And what is the use of the write function? To display the result, that is the roll number and the name of the class. So here I simply use the cout function to display the roll number, and cout function one more time to display the name. And after declaration and the definition of the function of the class, I close the class body with this semicolon. Okay, this is the beginning of the class, and this is the close of the class body along with a semicolon. Okay, so this is a class. Okay, but this is a simply a specification of a class. Okay, tamane moi ki kobo bisarisu je eto eta class और क्लास तो ভিতৰত মই ডাটা মেম্বাৰ আৰু মেম্বাৰ ফাংচনে ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰিছো, কিন্তু যেতিয়ালৈকে মই এই ক্লাসটোৰ কোনো অবজেক্ট ডিক্লেয়াৰ নকৰো তেতিয়ালৈকে এই ক্লাসটো কাহানিও এক্সিকিউট নহয়. Okay, for executing this part of the program, for executing this class, what to do? You have to declare the object of this class. Okay, so one thing all of you remember, that after declaring class of a program, you can create many objects related to that class. Ta mane jetie ami eta class create korilo teta he class tur logor related ami bahut object create koribo parom. ঠিক আছে আৰু এটা কথা মনত ৰাখিব পাৰা যে এটা প্ৰগ্ৰামৰ ভিতৰত এটাই যে ক্লাস থাকিব তেনুকা নহয় there are multiple class এটা ক্লাসৰ ভিতৰত তোমালোকে according to the requirement of the program you can create many classes okay and after the creation and declaration of the member function it is the time to declare the object of the class. Okay, now how to declare the object of the class? Now this is the class body and after that inside the main function void main begin. Here inside the main function I am going to declare the object of the class student. For declaring the object of the class, what to do? You have to use the class name. Here look, what is the name of the class name? That is student. So here I use the name of the student as student. Use the class name. After that you declare the object. Suppose student S1 comma S2 comma S3 semicolon. So look at here student, I am declaring 3 objects of this class student. As I told you that after declaring the class you can create as many as object of that particular class. Ta mane eta object eta class create korar pisot tumaloke he class tur jiman lage himan ki koribo pariba object declare koribo pariba. ঠিক আছে you can declare as many as object required by the program. তামনে কিনে এটা কথা মন কৰিব লাগিব তোমাৰ মন গল বুলিয়ে তুমি আৰু মুখ বুলে 100টা লাগে 200টা লাগে তেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কথা নহয় যদি প্ৰগ্ৰামটো ৰিকুৱাৰমেন্ট আছে কিমান আছে ৰিকুৱাৰমেন্ট according to that you can declare the object of the class. Okay, so here I declare 3 objects but here I'm just going to use only one object student S1. So here after this class specification inside the main function. Okay, so look at here ki koribo lagibo what to do where to declare the object of the class inside the main function. Okay, so after the class specification you start the main function, begin the main function and you declare the object of that particular class using the class name. For my example here my class name is student, so that here I declare one object using the class name student S1. Okay, now this object can access the member function of the class. Okay, object of another class cannot access the member function of another class. তামানে কথাটো হৈছে কি এটা পার্টিকুলার ক্লাসৰ অবজেক্টে আন এটা ক্লাসৰ ফাংশনক অ্যাক্সেস কৰিব নোৱাৰে ঠিক আছে হে কাৰণে this is the function student and I am declaring one object using the name student. This object name S1 can access read and write only. Why? Because read and write are the member function of the class student. So here I am going to using a special symbol that is known as dot symbol to access the member function of the class. Okay, so here S1 dot read, S1 dot write. Okay, end of the main function. Okay, so this is a complete program. I am writing this program using the object oriented programming methodology. Okay, so that first of all I declare the member I declare the class, and inside the class I declare the data member. Always remember, by default all the data members of a class are private. Okay, পৰীক্ষাত আহে হেতু কথা সদায় মনত ৰাখিবা, 1 marks of question কেতিয়াবা আহিব পাৰে, so হেতু হৈছে all the data members of the class are private. Okay, তাৰ পিছত মই কি কৰিলো, পাবলিক লেভেলৰ ভিতৰত মই দুটা ফাংচন ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰিলো, read and write, আৰু ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰাৰ লগতে মই কি কৰিলো, তাৰ ডেফিনিশন দুটাও মই দিলো। ঠিক আছে, আৰু তাৰ পিছত মই ফাংচন ডিক্লেয়াৰেশনটো সমাপ্ত কৰিলো। তাৰ পিছত মই মেইন ফাংচন ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰিলো, আৰু মেইন ফাংচনৰ ভিতৰত মই কি কৰিলো, অবজেক্ট ডিক্লেয়াৰ কৰিলো। এই অবজেক্ট কিটাই কি কৰিছে, a read আৰু write ফাংচন এক্সেস কৰিছে using this dot operator, s1 dot read. Okay, now this is known as the source program. Source program. Source program. What is the source program? What is a source program? The program developed by a programmer for the first time without compilation. Compilation monot ase ne? Ase ne na? Compilation ki asile? Compilation means, yes, this is a high level program. This program is not directly understandable by the computer. So for that reason, what to do? You have to compile it. Compile it means using the compiler we are going to convert this high level language to machine level language, isn't it? Okay, so after that, so when you write this program for the first time, this program is known as what? Source program. Okay, after this what to do? You have to compile it. আৰু মই জানো তোমালোকে কম্পাইল সেকা কেনেকে কৰে শিকাইছিলো নহয়, কম্পিউটাৰত গৈ F9 প্ৰেছ কৰিব লাগে নহয় জানো, press the F9 button from the keyboard, হয় নহয়, তেতিয়া কি হ'ব, compile হ'ব প্ৰগ্ৰামটো। আৰু compile হোৱাৰ পিছত কি হ'ব, when the computer compile the program, you can notice some errors. মনত আছে নে? There are some errors, 3 types of errors: syntactical errors, logical errors, and what? Syntactical errors, logical errors, and runtime errors. Okay, so generally there are lots of syntactical errors. Syntactical errors means there are some rules and regulations for some rules and regulations are there for writing a particular language. So sometimes what happen when you write the program by mistakenly, suppose here integer rule number, we need a semicolon here, but I don't use the semicolon here, so computer will display some error. Okay, so these are known as syntactical errors. Okay, so after removing all the errors from the program, after compilation, when you compile the source program, after compilation the source program become the object program. Okay, the source program is known object program. Object program. Okay, now this program is ready to execute. Okay, so you cannot execute the source program. Okay, আমি source program to jitu program just likhisu he tia lega ta compile kora nai, jetia lega ami compile kori pele ta object program ole convert no koru tetia lega ami kintu program to execute koribo noaru. So prothome ami program to likhibo laibo, aru prothom likha program to amak ki buli kobo, source program buli kobo, aru source program to pasat ami ki koribo lagibo, that compile koribo laibo, aru if you have some errors, you just remove the errors from the program. After that program will now the program is ready to execute, and that program is known as object program. এই কথা কিটা কিন্তু মনত ৰাখিবা, কাৰণ তোমালোকৰ পৰীক্ষাত যেতে প্ৰ্যাকটিক্যাল এক্সাম হ'ব তেতিয়া তোমালোকৰ কিন্তু এক্সটাৰ্নালে সুধিব পাৰে কোনটো কি প্ৰগ্ৰাম, সোৰ্স প্ৰগ্ৰাম কোনটো আৰু অবজেক্ট প্ৰগ্ৰাম কোনটো। ঠিক আছে, so the source program হৈছে যেটো তুমি প্ৰথমে ডেভেলপ কৰা প্ৰগ্ৰামটো হৈছে source program. After compilation the program is known as object program and the object program can be executed. So আমি কি কৰিব লাগিব তাৰ পিছত আমি রান কৰিম ঠিক আছে এতিয়া মন কৰাছে যেতিয়া মই রান কৰিম এই প্ৰগ্ৰামটো তেতিয়া কি হ'ব computer always remember that program start from the main function ঠিক আছে program start from the main function so computer will notice that there is a object with the keyword student okay so it will create an object of the class student and when this object access read function then in the execution screen you will notice a message like enter roll number okay that means computer will execute this part first okay after that after getting this message you will enter the roll number suppose 1 after that again you computer give you a message that enter the name and you enter the name suppose xyz okay after that s1 dot write so whenever the object access the write function computer execute the program and give you the result like rule number 1 and name is xyz like that okay so this is the procedure to write a object oriented program and using the object we can access the member function of the class ঠিক আছে so student সকল তোমালোকে এই ক্লাসটো কেনেকৈ বনা এবাৰ চাবা মই নেক্সট ক্লাছত আকৌ আহি আছো